Hello, YouTube. Okay, so I have peppers, tomatillos, tomatoes, another bag over there, more in the freezer. So I'm going to salsa this up. I'm going to roast my tomatoes first. I'm going to put all of these on a baking sheet. I'm not going to peel these or anything. I am going to, I thought I took all the tops off when I washed these, and I washed my homegrown tomatoes in vinegar water just like anything else I buy. So I'm going to run these under the broiler, get them nice and brown. I'm going to then put them in the food processor, so I will come back when I'm doing that. And then onion, jalapenos, and I have more outside. So I need to, today I'm going to pick the rest of the tomatillos, the rest of the peppers, salsa this up, make some, I already did salsa verde, so I think I'll do some green enchilada sauce, pepper jelly. I just need to clean out my freezer. They're absolutely packed. So I'm going to do that, run them under the broiler, get them nice and dark. I've had friends of mine from Mexico when I was, I think y'all know I'm from California, that taught me how to make all these salsas different ways, and you get a really nice flavor if you roast your tomatoes. You can roast the garlic and the onion and stuff too, but I'm just going to do the tomatoes. It'll be like fire roasted if you've ever had fire roasted tomatoes. So going to do that. So when these come out of the oven, I'll come back and we'll put them in the food processor with everything else. I have my water bath canner over here with my pint jars in it to sterilize. So yeah, when I get to the next step, I'll be back. So I'll see you in a little while. You'll probably see a lot of videos of me in the same clothes. That's because I'm doing a lot of projects in one day today. So I will see you soon. I want to apologize for not posting. We're having a lot of work done on the house. I'm getting drywall done, and then we'll be remodeling the kitchen. So I want to try and get a bunch of videos done because I don't know what kind of disaster that'll end up being. So, or if I'll be able to use the kitchen. So I will see you in a few. Sorry, not trying to talk your ears off. And yeah, here we go. Okay, so here's our first batch. I have more in the oven, more in the bowl. I'm going to pulse these. I want these to be, or this batch to be more chunky. And I just went out and picked more peppers, and I got more peppers in the refrigerator. So some will go in here, some will go in pepper jelly. Okay. Oh, helps if you plug it in. I'm also not worrying about the seeds. So that's that. Might go for one more spin. I already have the taqueria style that you pulverize all the way, so I want this to be chunky. And that's good. Going to put these in the pot, so when I have all the tomatoes done and in the pot, we'll come back and do the onions, cilantro, garlic, jalapenos, and get it going. So we'll be back. Okay, so I have all the tomatoes done and they're in the pot, and I did pull off the bigger pieces of skin that I saw. Sorry for the not so gentle camera work here. My hands are full. So I have about 10 jalapenos in here. I seeded half and left the seeds and veins in half because I do like a little kick in my salsa. And I don't know why this is giving me trouble today. What's the deal? And I'm going to chop these up fairly fine. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that's them. I don't know why this thing's giving me grief today. And when you're playing with peppers, do wear gloves. You may regret it later. I may regret it later. Okay. I am so hot, you guys, you have no idea. Okay. That's in there. I have 3 large onions that I have quartered, and I'm just going to coarsely chop these. Are you ready? It's going to get loud, guys. It's going to get very, very loud. I put too many in there. So these are not as coarse as I would like, but I like lots of onions, so I can add more. This probably isn't enough for me anyway. I mean, it's kind of coarse, but it could be more better. And while that is coming up to simmer and getting started, I'm going to peel a whole head of garlic. And I will be back after I do that, and I will put it in here and mince it finely. And then I have cilantro and lime juice. And I'm gonna cook this for a while and then jar it up. It's gonna need salt. If you're ever having issues thinking that your salsa doesn't have enough flavor, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be the salt. So I'm going to get the rest of these onions in there. Then I'm going to peel my garlic and we'll be back. Okay, so I've got my garlic all minced up. Put it in the pot. I'll be right back, you guys. I'll show you this. We're going to add some cilantro. And you can put your dehydrated garlic in there. Let me stir this up. And I've pulled the bigger skins out of there, and when I roasted them, before I put them in the food processor, I pulled skins off as well. But with those cherry tomatoes, no way in hell I was going to try and peel those little suckers. Okay. Let's see. Cilantro. Okay, that ain't enough. I just bought a new one. Yeah, you just saw the inside of my messy refrigerator. Do you see all these tomatillos? See those tomatillos? Those tomatillos? Those tomatillos? Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to use the rest of this one. There's very little left. Personally, I'm not big on a lot of cilantro, so you can use half cilantro, half parsley. But if you don't use too much, you get the right flavor for your salsa. But if you're like me, you don't get that soap taste, which honestly I haven't had happen in a long time. So looks like caterpillar poop, right? So add your caterpillar poop, stir it up, and then I am going to let that simmer for a while. If you wanted to, you could add some cumin, whatever you like, but I want a traditional Mexican salsa. This will be more like a picante, I guess. And yeah, I'm gonna let it simmer for a while. Oh, I gotta add my lime juice, so I'm gonna add a half a cup of lime juice to this, stir it up, and salt. Goodness. Hey, it was me getting silverware. Excuse me. You're getting way out of control lately. Okay, so I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons of sea salt. And a half a cup of lime juice. And then I'm going to let this simmer for a while, and I'll bring you back and let you see it before we start putting it in the jars. Okay, everyone, is smoking hot. Did I just steam up? So I brought it to a boil and I let it boil until it was a consistency that I wanted. Taste testers have said it's a-okay. So we're gonna jar it. I just wanted to show you this. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I'm not a fan of balls accessories or accessories, however you pronounce it. Tomato, tomato. And this handle better not break. I don't know if you guys were watching me doing the quart tomato. And the handle fell off of my jar. And then the other one, a handle came off of the metal, so there's no handle grip. I don't know what you'd call it. To hold on to with your hands. It's just the metal. Okay, so when you've boiled it and cooked it to the consistency that you want, fill your jars to 1/2 inch of headspace. My husband's messing with the dogs, making them mad. We have a schnauzer. He's kind of a crabby old dude. And fill them up. I have more jars in my dishwasher that I ran through the sterilization. Well, I washed them. So while they were in there, I did that cycle as well. So they would be ready when I was ready. And I wouldn't have to wait for them to boil. So far I've gotten 5 pints. Debubble. Always debubble. I'm not gonna lie, I have forgotten with like watery things or jams and jellies. However, I do think that has worked in my benefit, because I think when you try to debubble some of the jams and jellies, you actually introduce bubbles to those. I've never had bubbles in mine, and I've noticed people having them and asking why, and I think it's from debubbling. So, anyways, I have debubbled. However, that's just an observation. I have clean lids and some water over there. I have my bands. Make sure you get them very clean, because that will keep you from getting a seal if just even a little granule of something is on there. And I am going to, excuse me, water bath these for 15 minutes. So, don't burn yourself getting these out. You get your rack out. and load up your canner. So after I have these all filled, wiped, debubbled, and put in the canner, I will make sure that I have an inch of water over the tops, bring it back up to a boil, and these will water bath for 20 minutes. So I'll be back. Alrighty, so I have 8 pints in here. I'm gonna lower it. And they are probably 2 inches under the water. It's still hot. Don't do that. Put your lid on and let it process. I'm going to process these for 20 minutes, but you can do it for 15. So when this comes back up to a full boil, I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to cook dinner and not burn myself again. And I still have probably 2 more pints I can can up, so I will put that on a warm burner, and then when I'm doing whatever I do next, I'll just add it to the water canner with that. So yeah, my lighting's terrible. So there you go. I will be back when these come out of the canner, and I made a heck of a mess filling those jars. So I'll be back. Okay, we're done. I guess I should have turned off the timer before I did this. Okay. There they are. I think it looks pretty and it's tasty. So there you go. Roasted tomato salsa. And if you have any questions, post them down below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I will see you for the next project. Talk to you later. Take care. Excuse me.